it was a total failure, total fail.
Salut tout le monde, Jen here. I will be trying and wear test this little L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in a powder. First, let's talk about this product. So the first thing that it claims is that it's a weightless texture that gives a full coverage, a natural matte finish that looks fresh hour after hour. And of course, I will be wearing this foundation in a powder for some time today. The formula feels breathable and weightless, and it creates a blurring effect, an all-day matte finish. And this powder claims to even skin tone with no transfer. It's waterproof, heat-proof, and sweat-proof. What this is telling me is that it would be perfect for summer. And it's available in 14 shades. The shade I have is in 365 Copper. I'm not sure if it's my actual shade, but we'll see. And it is suitable for all skin type. I love that because my face, I'm extremely oily, and I think when it comes to foundation, I have the best skin type to really test a product. That's my thought. What I will do is that on one side of my face, I will use the foundation in a powder as a foundation, and on the other side, I will use a foundation in the same line, the Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation, and set it with the foundation in a powder. Just to see, give you an idea. First thing I'm gonna do is prep my skin. My skin is very oily, so I really need to take the time to prep it for foundation. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock. It would make sense that it's gonna work with L'Oreal Infallible products because it is the same line. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on my T-zone where I normally get super oily. So to set my primer, I will use the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Banana Baking Powder. I will only apply a thin layer. I chose the shade 365 Copper. I am going to test one part of my face with the sponge and the other part with the brush, just to see. Okay, so I'm gonna tap it all over my skin. Now what I'm going to do is go in with the brush. I'm using the Real Techniques brush. It's the Face Expert brush. Taking a good amount of it, and I'm gonna apply this tapping motion again. You can still see my dark spots a lot. Maybe it's the brush, I don't know. Okay, let me try to go in again with the little puff that came with it. So the puffs really helps with having coverage. So I'm gonna continue with that. I'm looking pretty orange, but it doesn't bother me that much. I'm going to swatch this on my arm so you can see, well, the back of my hand. You can definitely go with some more to add more coverage, but it is looking natural because you can still see my dark spots. Yes, so far so good. Let's go for the other side where I'm gonna use foundation and set my foundation with the foundation in a powder to see how this is gonna turn out. Is it gonna look cakey? Is it gonna be too much? We'll see. Like I said, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. I will be blending this out using a foundation brush. I'm using the Juvia's Place foundation brush. Definitely we're not looking at the same color on one side, but it's an experiment, and yeah. Still in the same line, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and this is in the shade 395 Walnut. To contour, I'm using again my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, but in the shade 430 Mocha. I don't know if it's because of the foundation powder. The concealer doesn't want to blend out. I don't know if you can tell, it's pretty harsh, but this side here, it's looking okay. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't want to move once it's on the powder. So at this point, I'm gonna leave this like that. To set my entire face, I will be using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in Classic 10700. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the concealer stopping here, and then we have the foundation powder here, the contour here, and this side here is looking all blended. I'm gonna use the foundation on top of here. It's looking good on top of foundation. It is looking so good. Look at this. Looking at myself right now, the concealer is not looking good. It's not blended. It doesn't even make sense how this side of the face is looking blended and put together, and this side here is no. It's a no. All right, so at this point, my face, I'm really not liking the way this side here is looking. It's looking unblended, you know, everything seems to be stuck in one place. I think it's because of the powder, but it's fine. It's currently 8 p.m. It's quite late, I must say, so I will try to push this to 3 hours wear. All right, I am back. It's only been almost 4 hours since I put down the foundation on my face. It's currently 10:53 and my face is looking pretty good, especially using the L'Oreal, what is it again? Matte Infallible Matte Lock Mattifying Primer. It was my first time using it, and I am a person with super oily skin. It's insane, and my skin is looking pretty good. The only thing I'm concerned about is all the demarcation over here. I'm not too happy about that. I want to come back tomorrow and give this foundation in a powder another chance. What I can tell from this test today is that on top of a liquid foundation, this product is amazing. Hello, it is the next day. Yesterday, you saw it for yourself, and it was not working for me. I just want to see if I can make it work as a foundation. Again, first thing I'm gonna do is prime my face using the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Look Mattifying Primer. I think it went very well yesterday. When I came back after hours, my face was looking pretty decent. Okay, now we are going in with the foundation in a powder by L'Oreal, and I will be using again my Real Techniques Face Expert brush. Now let's see, it's the concealer part. Yesterday it wasn't blending in, and I was thinking maybe because I did set my primer using powder, it did not help. I'm going to use my favorite concealer of all time. It's the Camo Concealer by e.l.f. So I will try this today to see how it's gonna perform. And I'm gonna go side by side because I don't know, yesterday maybe because I let it dry just a tiny bit, it did not help. Now I'm using my Morphe sponge and it's damp. We'll see if it blends out good. Okay. Definitely much more better than yesterday. I'm going to set under my eyes right away using my Airspun powder. I'm just gonna lightly set the rest of my face using again the Airspun. And yesterday, what I did that I think it wasn't a good idea is using concealer for contour. So what I'm going to do today, I will be using a powder to contour. I'm using the Black Radiance contour palette. This is in the shade Dark to Deep. And I'm gonna use the scalp shade in the middle. So I was able to make it work today. I look so good. Oh my God. My skin is looking so good and natural. I was gonna give a bad review to that powder. This is looking so good. Can you believe I almost gave this powder a bad review? It looks so good. Well, I'm happy with the way it turned out. Definitely, I see the blurring effect. It is a medium coverage because we cannot see a lot of my dark spots, but you can still see them. So medium coverage, matte finish, but still looking natural. Oh, wow. Well, L'Oreal did that. All right, so you made it to the end on the review of the latest L'Oreal Infallible foundation in a powder. Let me know if this video was helpful. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not part of my family yet, subscribe and join the squad. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all on my next one. À bientôt. Bisous. Mwah.